What's going on, guys? Captain Papi here. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a great deal, and we would really appreciate it. Now, on with the episode. Yeah, no, the difference the difference is though, Joba tweets that and he gets 1 like, right?
Dude.
Corn tweets that he gets 30k in 2 minutes.
Bro. Hold on. That's not a reflection of like my humor. That's a reflection of how fucked up it is to get like, not the recognition you deserve.
That's like,
You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were gonna say like that's how fucked up it is to try and get like fish to act on camera. You know what I mean?
That's a golden opportunity, Gornsky.
Damn.
That's corn. Corn goated, bro. That's a good question. How did the cameraman from Finding Nemo hold his breath for that long? Like, really think about it for a second.
The cameraman was actually a fish.
Yeah,
they had a really long tube that fed from like the bottom to
It's
the
like
top.
600 meters long.
Nah, it was just fucking Aquaman.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, my man Jinbei on the camera.
Jinbei on the camera.
Omar on the come up.
Nah, more like Jinbei on the camera, my guy. My man's holding that. I can get that thing on him, bro. It's that camera.
What?
No, I've lost it. I'm gonna kick it to you. Today has been bonkers.
Today.
I did nothing but work, and I've lost my mind. And I was wearing 1 glove for about 8 hours and didn't realize it. Instead of wearing 2, it was very.
I'm gonna tell my mom. Get in trouble.
All right, tell her.
Tell the teacher.
tell Mrs. Teacher as well. I know them both. I'll pull her right now.
Teacher gonna catch these hands.
Bro, I'd throw hands with anyone who wants some. Come.
Mhm.
Do you know what the people really want though?
The next episode of GGP.
Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Good, Great, Perfect. Episode 32. We are here. We are live.
32.
32.
Bro,
30
that's
goddamn
4.
2.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
Oh shit, Joba, give us more, Joba. More maths, quick fire.
All right.
8 by 4. What else you
40
got?
minus 8. So we're 8 episodes
Yeah,
away
what
from
else?
40,
One more.
which is only 10 episodes away from 50, bro.
Yep, keep going. It's crazy, bro.
I can't
We
take
really
it. That's
had
as
here.
much as I can handle
30,
for one night.
32 eps deep. That's Knight's age backwards for anyone.
2 to the
that
power
doesn't
of
know.
5.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh,
We're really
hang
out
on.
here. We're out here with the metrics now. Hold on. We're going crazy.
The
You know
square
what I'm saying?
root
But no.
of
Here we go. Hit
the
it.
square
Hit
root of 32 times 32. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Bro.
I'm sorry.
It's like
I don't
32
know.
times 1, bro.
Bro, yeah, 32 times 1.
We can cut this all out in
No, we're
post-production.
keeping this is staying all in. We're here, episode 32. I got the whole gang with me. Everyone here. We all pulled up for another day, another episode of Good, Great, Perfect. Got a few things we're going to be talking about today. Some excellent questions. So let's stop dilly-dallying and doing mathematics because no one wants to be doing that. Let's get right
That's
into
facts.
it.
Let's get into the meat and potatoes.
The meat and taters. So Yoshi came out of nowhere. He was like, "What's up? What's going on, guys? My name's Yoshiki. Back at it again with another producer letter." And he was like, "Yeah." He said his things. He said this is gonna be the new format. Then he just put a Twitter poll up nonchalantly and was like, "Oh, what do you guys want as the next Versus Legend?" And there were 4 options.
Well, let's keep it straight here. He didn't specifically say legend.
Bro, are you?
He said it was going to be a character.
If you're telling me Whitebeard versus Shanks comes out as a raid, I'm quitting.
New Fortnite.
You didn't put respect on my boy Kizaru.
That's what I want to go through. So he gave us 4 options here. He said Whitebeard versus Shanks, Sabo versus Fuji, Kuzan versus Doffy, Ray versus Kizaru. 4 fantastic options.
Let's run the table. All right, which one of those 4 is your favorite? Let's run it.
Oh.
All right, for me, yeah,
go,
you go.
No,
I'll go there.
Yeah.
All right, Kizaru versus Rayleigh was my choice.
That's me too, baby.
Let's
the same.
All right, mine was definitely the Kuzan versus Doflamingo.
Ooh, true.
That's a good choice. I like that one.
I liked Rain Kizaru just because Kizaru doesn't have a good unit yet.
Deserves it, man.
I think
about you,
deserves
Knight?
it's a bit too strong a word.
Come on, man. He's doing his best.
What about you, Knight?
I actually voted for Ray Kizaru, but Kuzan Dofi would have been a close second. for
See, there
me.
you go. There you go. The people
how
with the
the
big
hell-
brains actually voted
We
for the
know.
right one.
Why would you choose Whitebeard versus Shanks? Come on, guys.
I mean, like,
yeah, it was a cool moment, but I don't know. That's
to be
not who I
honest,
would've
all
picked.
4 of them are pretty good
fantastic
options.
options,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even like Sabo versus Fuji would have been really cool too. Kuzan versus Doffy would have been
I mean,
fantastic.
like, all the Sabo and all the Fuji legends are pretty shit, though, right? Except for Sabo Koala, I guess. You need the female in there to make it better.
Bro, you're really gonna give that L to super type Sabo? That's crazy. No, but like I think for me, Ray and Kizaru would have just been really tight because that art, I can just imagine that art of Ray kicking his leg being the actual like legend.
I could see that
Oh,
being like
yeah.
the unevolved artwork.
It just would have been really sick.
Mm.
But
Oh, it would have been
alas,
badass.
Whitebeard versus
Yeah.
Shanks has won. Not really much discussion because we literally all that was mentioned afterwards that this unit, like Todd said, we don't actually know whether or not it's going to be a legend or a raid or whatever it is, will come out in 2021 at some point.
Yeah.
My hunch would actually be probably like I reckon I could see it as early as JP's Annie, them just throwing this unit out there.
Ooh, I don't see that.
You know what's kind of sad? You know when we first
Mm.
voted for Inu Neko, and there was I don't remember what the other options were, but some of us thought that
I remember some of them.
Some of us thought that there was a possibility those would eventually be made into legends, and I don't think any of them ever were.
Actually, I do remember all of them.
Nami Robin was.
Yeah,
Nami
Nami
Robin,
Robin.
Chiller Kid as well was one.
Yeah, and then Usopp Chopper.
Yeah.
Which was a
Hmm.
raid.
Usopp got a raid. Nami Robin got a legend. I mean,
So-
Killer and Kid got nothing.
Kid Killer got the Stampede. They have the
Oh
Stampede.
my
bro.
God. Okay,
It counts, dog. It counts.
does. Unfortunately, it does count.
But that means that
I hate
that means that
this.
Kuzan versus Dofi is potentially still on the horizon. That's kind of exciting.
I mean, like all of
All
these. would
4
be
of them
great
could happen
options.
at some point. No
I mean,
doubt.
they wouldn't even have
That's
to
the
be.
one
Like,
I'm really excited
do you guys
for.
think that? Do you guys think that like the versus like archetype unit needs to be a legend, or do you think you could see it as like a free to play, like a raid, a colo, or like something?
Wait, Akka? You mean like Akanu versus
That's not
Kuzan?
archetype. Sorry, as in like
Oh,
like do you think like the versus type unit
Oh,
it needs to be a legend? Like a
No,
versus
no,
type
not
unit needs to be a
necessarily.
legend, or do you think it can be a whatever?
No, it needs to be a legend.
I think a
I
versus
don't
type
know.
kind of needs to be a legend. It's just broken. Like we've seen how busted that Big Mom Kaido unit is. Like
yeah, I kind of agree. I think all versus characters should be legends.
I couldn't see them doing
Hmm.
like dual units is different. I mean, super type, we only have one free to play. And only one free to play super type, and that was obviously because of like the whole rehash and all that. Kind of
Oh
stuff.
no, we got 2.
What was the other?
Oh
one?
no, sorry. Yeah, no. In terms
Yeah,
of free to play, I was just thinking non-legend. Yeah,
I thought of that that Ichiban Kuji.
Yeah, yeah.
Luffy,
It's
yeah.
a summonable one, but no, I think versus type would only be legends. But all right, let's all right. As is a customary in these GGP apps now, let's get the tinfoil hats on,
oh,
gentlemen.
here we go.
What is Whitebeard versus Shanks gonna do? Captain ability,
Oh,
special.
Jesus Christ.
What's their colors? Their typing. What? Like, let's just brainstorm here.
All
Like,
right.
let's
All
think about it.
Here, let's. I think they're going to be something about int and psi, maybe something to do with strikers and slashers. Probably a health cut in there.
Mm.
Possibly some sort of because that's like a staple of Whitebeard units. And Shanks, possibly some sort of defense reduction. I don't know. The health cut is the only thing I'm really solid on.
I could see like Shanks being like a self-procking conditional with his versus a special, and then he special as well.
Yo,
And
hold up.
There we go.
What? Okay, this is just one aspect. Like, what if like the versus ability? What if like you have Shanks out and use his versus ability, and it's like for the next like 3 or 5 turns, just every turn reduce all enemies' defense to 0,
That's what I was thinking.
and it goes through
something like
defensive
that.
effects. So like they always have 0 defense,
I could definitely see that being like a possibility. For
and then
sure.
make you special like a 2 times conditional or a 2.25
Oh,
conditional.
That'd be phenomenal. I love
With-
self-fulfilling.
with
yeah.
a perfect tapping. So you tap 2 times in the first turn, then tap 3 perfects, and then 2.25 or 2.5 times in the second turn. Because then that would allow it to be the highest conditional boost. Because I believe the highest we have is that TM law from way back, like the booster, where it would go to 2.25 if you got above nav level 31.
I thought it
Didn't
was
a
something
really
else.
big conditional booster come out not long ago, or am I tripping? I might be tripping. I swear that there was a 2.25 condition that came out not long ago. I could be wrong though.
I think
Anyways.
Shanks could probably be a orb manipulator because of, both V1 and V2 were orb manipulators.
Yeah, I could see that. Or at least like certain slots become matching or whatever.
Hmm.
I think like what so like I guess then like you have like Kaido and Big Mom. The way that you got this versus special was by consuming meat tandem orbs and such.
Yeah.
What do you think will be the approach for Whitebeard and Shanks if they are a legend? Oh, sorry, as they are.
KOing enemies.
This is where
Yeah,
we
I
kind of
can-
start to see. This is what we start to see, or not them necessarily, but whatever the next versus unit is, we'll start to see if like all versus specials will be triggered by like based on your orbs that you consume, or like some other sort of condition because they can do all kinds of things.
Could be tap
for
timing
conditioning.
because like the quick gear 4 Luffy was tap timing based
Yeah,
as well.
it could be tap timing. It could be like characters
HP
you have.
threshold.
HP should go
HP.
for sure. Maybe it's like it could be even something like if you maintain
Damage taken.
if you
Number of
maintain
like
X
enemy
HP,
units.
yeah. It's the ball like it's really open. I just hope that they do a little bit of like they do stuff with it because I think
Yeah.
like
I
having
hope
like
creative.
oh you have to defeat X amount of enemies or maybe even God forbid we go back to the days where everyone was like I want a combo legend. Maybe you have to hit a certain amount of times or something like that as well. Like
That'd be cool,
I
but
think
kind of
like,
annoying.
I do not
yeah,
want to see a
100%.
combo legend anymore.
Not anymore. But no, I feel like it's
Legend
a very
Bestial.
creative outlet for them. Oh Jesus, don't mention that name. But like I think it's a very creative outlet for them to position themselves because like all this kind of stuff makes team building a little bit more intricate and actually makes like a lot more creativity available for those that want to like build a more unique team to clear content because then you have to start thinking about this content has X amount of enemies. I need to defeat a certain amount of enemies by this point, etc. So it really opens the ballpark there. But Wyvern and Shanks, though, I don't know. Do you think it's going to be on the par or above of Big Mom Kaido?
Oh, look, if it's the same level of character that released when like CatDog came out, it'll be pretty lame.
I hope they don't make them.
Because CatDog came out on GP right after Sabo Koala. And after you had Luffy, Law, then Sabo Koala, then into CatDog, it's like, bro.
True.
Didn't Global get CatDog first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
When did we get it? I can't remember.
We got it like
I can't remember. It was before the carrot Sugo because I pulled.
Yeah, it was earlier 2019.
That was one of my extended posters. I remember.
interesting.
Mm.
I don't know. I think it's really cool. I think any of those options would have been good too.
Either way, they're going to be really good because I mean the versus mechanic is pretty crazy. Just to have like two characters in one.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
I like it more than dual units.
I just hope that like honestly, super type characters should be color captains, and then you have like dual units and other legends should be like class or rainbow. Because I
They
just
shouldn't have to do with color at all.
yeah, adding colors to versus units just doesn't make sense to me.
I feel like to me personally, that's one of the biggest detriments of Big Mom and Kaido. But then you could argue that Bullet has the same thing where it's three colors too. But then Bullet is still a G. Like he's
my boy.
He's so good. But
I think he's overrated.
Bro, come on.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to have this discussion right now. We'll discuss it
No. This is it. Bro, please elaborate to me why you think
Man
Bullet
nearly
is
hit the
overrated.
eject button.
Okay.
I
All right,
almost snapped this guy, bro.
I'm not downplaying his
Tell
captain
me.
ability at all. However, when I first read like what he does, I thought his biggest like attraction was his special. I was like, that's insane amount of potential damage, and he's cucked by the fact that you pretty much always see normal attack only debuff in like most typical content.
But
And doesn't versus Kaido have like the same sort of thing as Bullet, but it's like higher
it
multiplier. But yeah, it's crazy.
But like Bullet isn't for the special pretty much because but the fact that he has rainbow affinity, so he hits like a truck no matter what, and he boosts himself so high is just obscene.
Yeah,
he just puts in
And
work.
color affinity always works with him. It's just
Exactly.
crazy.
You know that in itself is crazy. And the fact that color affinity will always benefit him.
Yeah.
true, but
Right.
it wouldn't even make him
No,
ideal for like
no.
Kizuna since you only get like a lot of damage from two characters. Then
Oh
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
Kizuna, he's not great. Yeah.
He's doo-doo, right? but like he's like that old reliable. You know what I mean, you
He can get the
look in the
job
back of the
done.
cupboard there. Exactly. You look in the back of the cupboard where all the brooms and the mops are. You see Bullet and V2 Snake Man. You know, at
Right.
the end of the day, you need to clean up a mess. You can't clear some content. You pick one of them, and you're gonna have a good time. You
And
know?
I agree. I just think he's
He
overrated.
hybrids well too.
Oh yes,
That's
He
true.
hybrids very well.
So that's been the the episodely bullet jerk off session. But so I guess then I'll pivot back to what I was mentioning before. When do you guys think would be the earliest we could actually see this unit pop up?
Oh, it was a while before Cat Dog and
I could honestly
sorry,
see it just
Yeah,
releasing
Neko.
the same time as when Kaido Big Mom released this year, like just next year.
True. I guess
Like
six. I guess
a 7.5 year and a year. I could see it being the case.
Do you think
7.5
That's
years.
fair.
Jesus.
Do you think that like we're gonna get any more versus units before these guys though?
Yeah, probably.
Do you think any of the other options would come out before them? Because I feel like that'd be like a
That'd be
stab in the
weird.
back. That'd be a stab in the back.
Nah, they probably will, but like it won't be any of the ones on the poll. It'll be very similar,
yeah.
like with Cat Dog, where that is like, oh yeah, there really still a bunch of dual units, but it's just not the ones on the poll. Like
I think JP Annie, like 7th Annie, will be a versus legend again, and maybe 2 other legends. I could definitely see that being the case. But I agree with you in the sense that this unit most likely will come out around 7.5. It just makes sense.
I
If
just
it
can't
comes out
believe the
early.
game's been out that long.
if it comes out early, I mean that'd be cool too. But yeah, 7.5 years, like 7-year anniversary next year, like that's crazy.
And global
Man,
60th
this-
anniversary.
This
too,
game
like,
came
that's
out in
long.
2013 or something. I can't do math very well.
I think it was in 2014 in Japan.
This man was hitting
Yeah.
numbers out the wazoo to equal 32. Now he can't even
It,
match 7,
It
bro.
came out in September of 2014 in Japan.
I'm farsighted,
Jesus.
Papi. What can I say?
Hey,
No, I'm
man.
not.
All right, anything else? Anything else on that? All right, let's move
Oh,
on.
well, I said September 2014. That was when the first Legend got released, I should say.
That makes
Yeah.
no sense.
I
May
do like
was
they're
when it
giving
came
us the
out.
option, to vote for Legends. I hope this one doesn't get ambushed like the Sugar one did.
Sugo Fest exclusive.
Ah, yeah.
Sorry,
Got
yeah,
me.
my bad. Yeah. Whoops. We need to be professional on this show. All right, V2 dual units. You heard what I just said. V2.
You mean V2
dual
laser units?
Oh, okay. Let them know,
Mhm.
Chief. We have the V2 Shirahoshi and Mancherry and V2 Vivi and Rebecca in their Christmas garment. Followed alongside them, we have a Neptune and a Leo as their batch units. We also have a Cobby Fortnite. Shout out Cobby. And we also have a Hina Fortnite Invasion 2. Lots of content that's just come out, lots of units and stuff. But let's roll all the way back. What did I just say? I said V2 dual units. The first of their kind in One Piece Treasure Cruise. When you guys found out that, even before finding out that these were separate legends, what were your initial thoughts when you saw
was very-
Shirahoshi Mancherry Vivi Becca combination?
I
I
was
was
very
so
upset.
upset. Yeah,
Yep.
everyone was in that same like. There's two parties. There's one party that was like, "Damn, that's disappointing," and you got the other half was just like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome." You know, a new Vivi Rebecca, a new Shirahoshi Mancherry, and
Yeah,
fuck
and
those guys.
I can't possibly comprehend why someone would be excited about having to pull 2 new Legends.
I just want to run back to what Dill said. I agree. I'm very upset. I'm a hop on my soapbox real quick, gentlemen. So let me take the mic real quick. I am so goddamn mad at the audacity of Bandai Namco Entertainment to make a Shirahoshi Mancherry version 2 unit and then make a Vivian Rebecca version 2 unit. What is the point of the 6+ system if it hasn't been used on the JP version in the last 3 months or whatever? And then what's the point of releasing these V2 dual units when not a single dual unit has a 6+ version in the first place? What's the point of having these systems available to the players to upgrade their characters and to make them more useful in from what they previously learned to where they are now? To the point where you have to say, you know what, stuff the idea of giving the players a 6+ version where they don't have to spend any money. Let's make them forcibly spend more money on a Sugo Fest that is half decent in itself, right? But for units that are great units, but will not probably see any more play outside of like the current month or so. It just makes no sense why you would do that. Furthermore, what's the point of commissioning 4 sets of artwork, 5-star and 6-star, when you could have just commissioned 2 for the 6+ versions of each? No one would have complained if you had changed each of the dual units to the Christmas versions of themselves. Everyone still fucks with Chopper Heavy, and here's a Christmas version. No one cares about that kind of stuff. God forsaken, we got a Halloween Ace like in the middle of the year, nowhere near October on Global. So the holiday stuff does not matter. What matters is that you just neglect the 6+ version. Anyway, what do you guys think?
Okay, I gotta say, this is why Papi is the one that probably talks the most in the podcast, because he just voices everyone else's thoughts better than we could.
I was like, all right, let's actually break these units down a little bit, because they actually are
Like they are really good, but it's just
units,
it's,
right?
it's
It's
the subject matter. Like
it's sad. It's just disappointing. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, come on.
I do have to give a shout out to Shira Mancher, because if you look at the captain ability, there's a mechanic in there you might notice, based on Good
Interestingly
Great Perfect.
enough.
And shout out to those guys, by the way.
All right, let's just hop right into it. All right, captain for Vivi and Rebecca. Strike and cerebral characters by 4x. Color affinity by 1.3. HP by 1.3. Strike and cerebral characters will treat all colored orbs as beneficial, and they will reduce the appearance of recovery in tandem orbs, and they heal for 4,000 at the end of each turn.
great.
Fantastic captain, right? Just purely solid.
It's strong, very strong, and that's a dual captain, so it is really good. I mean, you got all the orbs matching, recovering tandem not appearing as often, so it's very similar to Mihawk Perona. 4,000 heal per turn is freaking crazy, especially when you partner that up with a 1.3 HP boost, and then you get the base 4 times boost with a 1.3 affinity, which with affinity goes up to like a 5.2 multiplier.
Yeah.
Crazy, so good in Kizuna.
Even their solo captains of 4.2, what is it, 4.225?
Yeah.
With affinity,
which is insane, right?
Yep.
Very, very strong. Like, I think that the captain is just solid. You like that can clear like it. I think, is that the first 5.2 times though, or above 5 times we have now?
Well, technically, Super Type Sabo I think can reach that.
That's
and
true.
technically, Nami Robin can go.
Oh, but then again, like that only a certain amount of characters on your team will get that with Sabo.
That's true.
Because that's with chain, but like this is like literally 5.2 multiplier. When if you got a full team attacking with type advantage, like it's over.
All right, so then the individual captains, no one cares about that shit. All right, they're special. Reduces 6 turns of bind and special seal on crew. For 1 turn, boost the attack and orbs of striker and cerebral characters by 2 times for 3, and then for 3 turns they become Vivian. I almost read that wrong. I was like, for 3 turns they don't. They just become Vivian Records.
Yeah, so 2 times attack and orbs. That's pretty familiar with like Komurasaki, Sanji Judge.
It's very common. I think it's very good because, like, you know, like we're mentioning with like the versus specials and such, it just like having a unit that does attack and orb boost in the same special really opens up a lot more for a team to run more utility or potentially run more damage in itself.
This character is definitely a lot more offensively based compared to the V1 Vivi Rebecca.
We'll get into a comparison once we've gone through all of them, right?
And the utility's nice too.
I think
bind and special
6
bind.
turns of bind and special seal is really good.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Very, very strong.
And their switch.
And their switch Arunis completely remove special seal on themselves. They heal for 1,500 HP, and for 1 turn they boost the chain by 1.25. This is the same chain boost that Sanji Judge does when they switch as well. So it's on top of the you could have another chain boost.
I like this a lot because I like the fact that they remove special bind as a special, right? So in turn you think, oh, they've got a sailor effect that can remove special bind, but no, you just use their switch effect, which opens up an additional crewmate effects spot, which is nice. And then one of their crewmate abilities is Dex and Quick are beneficial to Striker and Cerebral. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The one thing is, like, I don't know if it's really a big detriment, but like you wouldn't probably use them as as the attack or boosters in Kizuna, because you can probably find higher ones than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
since it's only 2
depends
times.
on the situation. Like if you got a lot of other boosts, I mean, look, they boost Strike and Cerebral. You can run Mihawk and Perona with them if you want to get their conditional. You can run infinite amount of things with them. Like even characters that aren't fully boosted, you can still run them for like boost. Like as we were talking before we started the podcast, like V3 Law, and you can use him for the chain, and that's an all boost as well.
Same as like Croc were mentioning as well before.
Yeah,
the
that
podcast,
raid
like,
Croc.
He would do bits as well, and
He does really good orb
utility as well.
manipulation. He gets rid of block orbs, and yeah. So there's lots of good things about this character. I like it a lot, honestly. It's just the fact that it's Vivi and Rebecca.
Our Kidgy bike making a return? Question mark. It's time. It's time, dude. Shout out to them Neko teams from the way back. And then quickly, I think their Pirate Rumble abilities and stuff aren't that.
Yeah, they're both not very amazing.
But just quickly, special 3,000 fixed damage to one enemy, allies level 7 attack up for 20 seconds, level 7 crit rate up for 20 seconds, which is pretty decent. That's at max though. 3,000 fixed to one enemy. When you have units like Carrot that just do like 2,000, you have units like bloody Katakuri who are just doing bits with their fixed damage to all enemies. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of mediocre. And their abilities: level 5 attack up, level 5 crit rate up, level 1 CT charge rate up.
I wish I wish the CT was level 5.
Yeah, it should have been like that, but they're good. They're pretty.
They're just fine.
They're fine. Like
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. In Pirate Rumble, they're fine, but like this unit is a PvE.
Yeah, they're not built for Rumble. Yeah,
but like, yeah, very strong captain, very offensive. Now let's get into Shiro Mancherry. Boost the attack of striker and cerebral characters depending on the amount of HP at the time of the attack. Minimum 3.5x, maximum 4.5x. Obviously, the higher HP you have, the higher the boost is. HP by 1.2 at the end of the turn. For every perfect, heal 1 times the character's recovery. For each great, you heal 1.5 times the character's recovery. For every good, you heal 2 times the character's recovery.
Shout out to those guys.
Can overheal with 2 times max value of HP.
Overhealing is back.
Let's go. Shout out Luffy Sanji, the best unit in the game.
But there is a big problem with it. It's the fact that their solo captains don't do it.
Yeah, that's the weird part.
So you have to get into their switch, which we'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, you basically have to switch every turn if you want that overheal. Yeah.
So then their special is completely removes any form of poison, paralysis, recovery down, blindness, reduces 7 turns of despair and burn on crew, changes all orbs to rainbow, and for 1 turn, boosts the chain, adds 1.2 times to the chain, heals 50 times the character's recovery, and for 3 turns becomes Shiro Mancherry.
Not really much to.
Yeah, just
really
self-explanatory, right? I mean, obviously these two units work really well in tandem because you have like the chain boost that the switch effect of Vivi Becca gives, plus the additional chain that the special of Shiro Mancherry gives, plus a plethora of debuff removals and such from this unit as well. So like it's just a very versatile utility-based unit.
Yep.
Very.
They don't get rid of block orbs though, which kind of sucks.
Which is kind of
Yep. I agree. What kind of imagine a Shirahoshi unit that can't remove block orbs?
Could not be this unit.
What is it with Shirahoshi and healing? Like it's not like she was some sort of great healer in the series.
She can't, bro. Have you ever seen her attack? She got goons for that, bro.
I'm sure she lets loose all the doctors in the Ryugu Kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
But she is the highest chain booster in the game.
That is correct. 1.2, which is
that can stack with Vivi and Rebecca's switch.
Which is a lot. Like,
and then if you add Law's chain base,
Law's too.
Oh boy, it's juicy.
And then
and Law gets rid of block orbs. So there you go.
Bro, and then use sugar as well. It's over.
Too bad Law isn't striker or cerebral.
Rip. Switch effect for this unit for 1 turn can overheal until 2 times max HP. Heal for 1500. Reduce 1 turn of orb seal, special seal, bind, and despair on crew.
That's one of the best switch effects in the game.
That's crazy. That switch effect. Like the fact that it removes 1 turn of all those things for the whole crew, and if you run double, like it's just very strong.
It's crazy that you have a character now that can enable every single team in the game to overheal. You switch, then use their special, and you just get a shit ton of heal. It's so good.
This unit's very good. Like a very, very good sub.
Yeah, both these characters are not bad in any sense. They're very good. It's just the fact that they're V2s when they really shouldn't be.
So then quickly, special and ability. So special of this unit is heals all allies by 3x recovery, level 3 defense up for 20 seconds. Ability is level 5 HP at level 5 guard rate. Not that good in comparison.
Not terrible. Not terrible.
Not something you're going to be like looking to. I feel like V1 Shirahoshi 6+ is a better PvP unit.
That's a great passive though.
Oh yeah, level 5 HP up and level 5 guard rate up. Very
And
good.
something I actually didn't know is that guard rate actually
Reduces fixed damage.
yeah, reduces fixed damage.
Get a
That's
load of that.
crazy.
Ooh.
Get out here,
So yeah, that's a useful, and it works for everyone. It's a rainbow.
gentlemen. You're in a room. You have
Yep.
You have 2 bullets, and there's 4 units. You have V1 Vivi Becker, V1 Shiraman Cherry, V2 Vivi Becker,
Oh no.
V2 Shiraman Cherry. You got to take 2 out. What are we doing?
I'm killing both the Shiramans.
Shit. Oh, dude, I thought you were talking about like building a team because you had 2 bullets, like a friend
my
captain
God.
and your own.
Oh man.
This guy.
I was like, hold on, man, what are we doing? What are we taking on?
Honest to God, though, like from V1 or V2 Vivi Becker, who are you picking? Who would you prefer to wait?
I think overall, I think I'd have to still say V1.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
I think
V1.
the defense removal plus the switch effect
Yeah.
is just so good. Like, I know you get the boost, like with their switch effect, but at the same time, it's like that chain lock is bonkers, especially when it comes to GARP challenges and harder bits of content. And removing that defense as well is just insane.
Yeah,
All right, what about
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
man? Who do you prefer?
This is a more difficult one. I feel.
I would
No, I
say
think-
V2
V2.
Two.
because like V1 is good, but like you never like use them except for like in Garb challenge.
It's
Yeah.
very rare that you need to remove like 10 turns, and
Like
even
10.
sometimes like 10 turns isn't enough. Sometimes. So, I
agree.
don't remember where I saw it, but I made a tweet about it saying like, what if they just made Kobe the legend and then had like a legend Garb alongside
Maybe, like,
it?
be a little
as
bit
a Chris-
outlandish,
It wouldn't be as
It's that though,
bonkers.
yeah.
Actually, you know what? That if you did Kobe Helmeppo and then made it the exact same
That
as
would work,
Vivi
though,
Becky
that's-
instead. Oh, that would have been so good.
Even, like you could argue like Cerebral Striker, maybe.
I
Yeah,
right?
but for like this whole restart, they should have done like
Shaft.
Legend,
It's a free.
Kobe.
It's a Fortnite unit, technically. Like, come on,
He's so-
dog.
Yeah, he's a pretty weird unit.
It's like, but like, and then also, Leo and Neptune, they're kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
They're not
They're not great.
nothing to write home about.
Did any of you guys check Neptune's captain ability to see if it was EXP based
It's
or
not.
anything?
It's not.
I know it's not, but
No.
no, I'm just saying like that was my first instinct whenever he dropped. I was like, oh, I wonder.
Yeah,
if
I
they
did
something funny.
like double check it to make sure, but I'm like, nah, it's
Cerebral
it
characters
wasn't.
by 3x, HP by 1.2, so it just doesn't mean anything, pretty much.
It is crazy though that these like rare recruit captain abilities are better than like legends from Days of Yore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what is interesting though is with the 2 rare recruits and with the Hina and the Kobe is they have a kind of unique little mechanic where it's an extra part of the special procs based upon how much is it based on overheal or is it just based upon how much
It's
healed?
yeah, the Hina has it and the Leo has it, and it's based on I think if I remember correctly, I don't know, someone may have to correct me, but I think it's based on like how much is like over your max HP.
So Hina's special is heal 5,000, reduces turns of despair, bind on crew for 1 turn attack boost. And Kobe, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. That's Dex Kobe. So then Hina is delays enemies, blah, 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 matching orbs. When amount of heal done over the max HP value until the special is triggered is 5,000 or more. For 2 turns, lock orbs and reduce cooldown of crew by 1. Otherwise, for 1 turn, lock orbs.
Wait, is it for the crew or just for the top row?
Did I read that wrong?
Leo's for the top row.
Leo's
Yeah.
top row, Hina's
Yeah,
for...
he's not that good.
Yeah, Leo. Yeah, it sucks because like this free to play Hina is like the best of the new units aside from the legends.
Yeah,
The new Hina is crazy good,
it's a very weird.
and her artwork is god tier.
Hey, let them know, Chief.
Is that going to be the thumbnail?
I'm down.
No, we're gonna get it taken down.
Oh shit! No.
It ain't that good, Chief.
There's nothing to be seen there. Don't worry, it's all covered. I mean, like, I guess, like, what are you guys' thoughts on the choice of units for the Christmas batch, though?
I think it's fine. They should have just made Kobe the legend. You could even done Legend Neptune if you wanted.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or
Legend
like
Leo.
as
Imagine Legend Leo and Legend.
Yeah, or as it was a Joba that said before, like Leo Mancherry. Like that would have been pretty cool.
That would have been cool, actually.
I don't know if that was me.
That would have
also mind that.
Oh, someone said it before. I'm sure.
That was Dill. Sorry.
Oh, Dill. Okay.
That would have worked as well with the Striker Cerebral type deal too, with Mancherry and Leo. And I feel like you could have definitely done like a Kobe Helmeppo as the other one, but alas, we got V2 doing units. But I guess then before we wrap up this sort of topic here, does this mean there are no 6+ dual units?
I'm gonna say
It's
no.
It's not looking good. Because this is so blatant, you know.
I feel
like they definitely had to throw the idea around, like in order to give us these two. Like, there's no way they didn't think about it, and they decided against it. So I think it's like deliberate, and so it's not really looking good. Never say never, but
like I'm gonna preface this by saying I don't actually know anything related to this, but I would think that if they're gonna do like 6+ dual units, they're probably gonna save it for a big celebration.
But like,
I don't know.
I feel like this is the opportunity to do it. If you're already going to decide to do the characters, you should have done 6+.
Yeah, I don't understand the theory behind it about making these V2 legends, these characters specifically. Like the effects are fine. It's just the characters.
Yeah, the units itself is fine, but it's just the choice of character that makes no sense.
Yeah, that's the main problem with this celebration. Is just that like everything else is like whatever, no one cares. But
pretty cool, the Kobe, and then they have the Hina invasion.
But either way, you got to save your gems. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, this is a skip it. This isn't a Papi certified TM banner. Like,
did we talk about the Sugo structure at all?
Oh yeah, that's probably a good point. Lots of one multis in that Sugo Fest, in fact. So it's a very good Sugo Fest to pull on. But all right, so 2, 6, 14 is one legend, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28 is one gem multis, and then both units are guaranteed on the 30th.
Yeah, 30 multis for that. No, do not do that.
Even away at this point, yeah.
Like there's seven 1-gem multis, so I'd say I'd almost classify them as free multis.
They are pretty much.
And then only 3 steps in 30 multis are guaranteed reds. I mean, aside from the 30th step, which would be the 4th guaranteed red. That's crazy to me. But remember, this does include the fact that there are 10 pullable legends only in the pool, 5% chance, 0.5 each one.
Yes.
So that's like pretty significant. Like imagine like back in the day, we used to think like 0.25 is crazy good.
Like Sanji Judge's debut was like 0.22 or something on global for the French anniversary. That was huge. And then like all characters now are double that. So
remember the spit in the face? That was the carrot. What was it? I forgot.
0.07.
Taboo, remember? We don't talk about that anymore.
I can't even remember the rate anymore. I try to erase it.
Shout out to the OPTC team for that one.
Shout out to Nick and Chris.
Don't remind me.
Blindsided about that. But okay, Shira Mancherry's part, you have Shira Man, you have Smoker, V3 Ray, Pudding, Chopper, V2 Nami, Quickbeard, Shiki, Magellan, Corazon.
There's so many bad legends in there.
Like, I think the only one that I'd be really excited for would be Smoker and Chopper.
That is a downside, is like so far the pools in those appear to be shitty, but like there's at least one that's really good that has a 0.5% that's really good.
But Vivi Becca's one though is Vivi Becca, Sugar, Mihawk Perona, Nami Robin, Sabo Koala, Tesoro, V2 Kiji, V2 Eno Croc.
That's much better.
Those first
that is not bad at all.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the first half of that pool is really good.
And then you kind of get into the bottom half and you're like, Tesoro, you could argue is pretty decent for PvP, otherwise the other 4 are kind of doo-doo. But
I'll be honest, even with one good one in there, it's still good because of that 0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll get into our opinions on like our like actual thoughts on like the 10 legend Sugos in a little bit.
Well, next episode that we have is going to be after the Smoker and Sugar Sugo. So we'll see how it goes then.
100%. But quickly though, before we jump into that Smoker and Sugo, I wanted to quickly talk about in the Ray shop on JP, they've added the skill books for V2 Snake Man and V2 Zoro. You think there's any chance of getting a V2 Zoro, or so V2 Zoro 6+, sorry, or do you think that's just like they just like chucked some books in there and said whatever?
I don't know if there's been any instance of that actually confirming an upcoming Super Evolution. I'm not. There might have been. I can't
Same.
remember. Snake Man.
I would
doesn't
not
need
mind it.
I mean, yeah, we wouldn't mind it. It's just a matter of like Snake Man doesn't need it, but Zoro, whew, does he need a 6+?
Like a Christmas
Mhm.
Wano celebration, and then Zoro got a 6+, dude. It'd be time. That'd be kind of
Yeah, Zoro's 6+ going into Zorojuro, and like he's one of those characters that when you Limit Break expand him, he does get a buffed captain effect. But even still, that buffed captain effect didn't fix his main issue, was the fact that you need Dex and Int slots to get that higher multiplier.
to do anything.
They just replace it with matching slots instead, and then make Dex and Int beneficial. Like, that'd be perfect.
I thought the issue was that slashers suck.
Oh, well. You can make it like Capone and make him boost Slasher and Driven.
That would actually be a good shout,
Yeah.
actually. Give him a second class to boost as well.
Yeah, that'd be pretty lit. Or just release a new Zoro Legend, that'd be cool too.
I'm down for that too. So like we move, right?
Like, we're just complaining about all these V2s. And like, yeah, just release another Zoro, it's fine.
We don't need 6+. Papi 15 minutes ago. That's the comment right there.
But we definitely need a 6+ for Zoro. Yes.
I would always take
What
a
do you
6+.
mean? We
over
just
a
got a
new-
new Zoro.
Don't you dare.
This guy.
Rare Crew. Yeah, we got a new lore, a new lore as well. And we got a new
Yeah.
Beppo.
Hot Pirates crew.
Let's go, Poggers.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's jump into this Smoker and Sugo Fair. All right, first thing around the blocks will be pulling. Yes or no? I'm a no. Absolutely not.
I'm a no either.
No.
Also,
I'm going to be doing a handful.
Todd's doing a handful. Dill, are you skipping?
No.
You
Nah,
no,
I'm skipping.
okay, I thought you meant, I'm like, you just changed everything on us. This man's.
The other
How
thing is
many-
I don't know. I
I'm
don't know
not
which.
playing the game as much as I used to, so I'm like, well, I may as well just save for big Sugos now.
That's the way.
The only thing I'm stuck on is which part do I want to pull on?
I haven't looked at them entirely, but from as far as I've done the mathematics, this episode is about maths clearly. These units are actually guaranteed on the 20th multi, which is surprisingly interesting to have. What was it? JP was 25, right?
Good question. Let me have a look.
I'm fairly sure JP was 25 for Smoker. I don't recall them being on 20.
Oh, let me have a look.
honestly, all these things are only really relevant for a handful of players that pull hard.
They
like
were
this
guaranteed
anyway.
on the 30th multi.
Oh, even worse. So like, all right, bet. Okay. So
Another thing to note as well is on multi 2 and multi 3, it says guaranteed rate boosted character, and the only rate boosted characters are the new batch.
Oh,
So it's a guaranteed new batch character. However, it says you cannot pull legends from those tickets, from those
Really?
posters.
yeah,
You-
it specifically mentions it too. So
Yeah, because of this new structure with like the certain legends that are pullable, because no legend is rate boosted anymore. There's just
Technically,
10 pullable ones.
legends.
So when it says rate boosted character, it says you can't pull Sugo Fest exclusives.
if I believe the Bonnie's the only rare crew that really matters in this batch, right?
Bonnie and Caesar are both like okay, and then
Bonnie-
Ivankov is
Bonnie
just
used
meh.
a lot though. So
Yeah, Bonnie's really good.
all right, but let's get into it. So 20 multis for the unit, which is 784 gems. That's amazing. Like that's really good for a brand new debuting legend to be like 800
Pretty
gems.
big. Yeah, it's a pretty big discount from
It's
what it would
huge,
be.
right?
Yeah.
It's about 200 gems or so. Plus a lot of, and then plus it being reduced to 10 legends only, like you're looking kind of clean there. But the only thing that that stumped a lot of global players is that the first legend is guaranteed on the 5th multi.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Yep.
They should have swapped multi 3 and multi 5.
It's so like I have a lot of opinions now about the 10 legend. I don't know if this is the right approach to doing
I
it.
like the 10 legend thing, but I don't like the guaranteed being pushed to the 5th. Even if the 4th multi is like only 1 gem, it doesn't make up for losing a
I just
guaranteed
think
legend.
10 is too few legends, I feel like. It really
Definitely
limits
not.
the pool. What do you really?
I mean,
It's just
this
like because like
kinda-
after this point, It's just like after this point, like I wonder, like when are we ever gonna get like Legend Kid boosted again? When is
That's
like
what I'm
Snake Man
saying.
gonna be boosted again? It's like people that don't pull these characters are gonna have to wait so long to get just a chance to get them again, unless if they're like playing Treasure Map, Kizuna, Rumble to get those
Get lucky.
tickets.
You do it.
There's
Yeah.
another
and you get tickets.
There's another angle to this though. If you're someone who doesn't spend that much money on the game and there's like one legend you're really wanting, you can just wait until one Sugo. It could be like months from now, but just one Sugo to pull on. The rest you can skip easily since they're not available. You know what I mean?
My concern with that is we don't know what legend's gonna be boosted on what Sugo. B,
Yeah, it
you
does
don't know
make
how
it
long
hard
you
to
have
plan.
wait for these things to occur. C, even if the legend that you want is boosted, for example,
It's still RNG.
what if the Sugo is just trash though?
Mhm.
Like, are you really
True.
gonna run after a legend that's boosted if it's on like a regular ass like filler banner? I don't know if that's like I'd rather spend the gems and miss out on that legend and try to pull a new debut
Honestly,
legend opposed to a filler banner.
I think you're underestimating like the 0.5% rate though, because like think of all the 3 times boosted like red rate Sugos that we pulled on for new legends that only have like a 0.2% rate. This is way better than that. It doesn't matter like what the total percentage for a rate is. It's like way more likely to get the legend than it used to be.
But like,
it's
or,
the
like,
fact that
a
we
specific
have
legend
like
you're going
less
for.
like guaranteed red steps now
that's
as
the
well.
issue as well.
So,
Yeah,
like,
that does suck.
yeah,
But like I saw so many people pulling Kid on the Kid Sugo because of that
many
thing.
people did get him.
It was crazy.
I was gonna mention because like Dill, I think on the team Kizuna banner pulled like 3 kids, right?
I was super salty over that.
You were the one that pulled all the kids.
Yeah, I did like 8 to
pulled
try to get
2.
Kid, and I didn't.
But say I didn't get a single one. You know what I mean? So like again, like that RNG is basically
Yeah, it is RNG.
But like it's just, I just don't think I think 10 is too few.
There is another thing that I also don't like, and it's the fact that likely, I mean, we don't know, but it's likely going to be the case where it's 2 parts of the Sugo and the other legend is not pullable on the other part.
That's going to always be the case. 100%.
And that actually sucks so bad.
That's literally going to be the case at all possible outlets. 100%. Because they're not going to
the case right now.
Even if, like, honestly, what they should do is have both of them available, but make Sugar less on one part and then Smoker more on that part. So, like, the debut legend still has a little bit of a higher rate, but the other one's still pullable.
Unless they were going to do something where, like, they kept it as 5% and they made Smoker 2. Now they have a 0.3 to fly around. Where do they put that 0.3?
No, but, like, so all of them are worth 0.5. What if you make Smoker 0.75 and then Sugar 0.25?
I have an alternative solution.
I feel like that's too, like, I don't know. I feel like then that might be too easy to pull the unit then if they're literally the highest chance.
Maybe.
I have a different solution. I think they should stop releasing 2 fucking legends at once. Every goddamn time.
I mean, very true.
It's crazy. Like, how are we supposed to keep up?
Imagine, like, I reckon what they should do is, so let's take this Sugar Fest, for example, right? You have part 1, or like a part is Sugar's part, no Smoker. Another part is Smoker's part, no Sugar. But then you have a part 3 or a part 1 that has all legends available. There's no limited pool of 10 legends, but both Smoker and Sugar are the highest rate boosted and they're both pullable. So
I don't mind that.
You saw the situation where, hey, you can choose if I only want Sugar specifically, okay, well then you can go pull in her part specifically. Whereas like if you don't mind which one, like to get either or, you can pull on the part 1, for example, where literally all legends are available. So that means, I didn't get Hawkins, I didn't get whatever.
Though I guess like when you
wouldn't pull that banner that part anyway.
Like the thing is though, is like even if it's like, I don't know which one I want, I'll just pull on part 1. Like if you really want one of those debut ones, it's still better to pull on that part because like if they're on just a regular banner with every other legend, they're most likely going to be like 1% chance or 0.1% chance, whereas on their part they're 0.5. So it's really hard. I don't understand why they had to change everything like this.
But just like I feel
I don't like change.
It really sucks global though, because think of our anniversary, right? Sweet Commanders, Joba 66, and Luffy Sanji. You
Most likely, yeah.
Won't be able to pull all 3. You if you want all 3, you have to pull on all part.
That was the way they structured that event in the first place, though. They're like, all of them were pullable, but then like on part 1, Luffy Sanji was like ultra boosted, and then part 2 was like Germa ultra boosted,
But at
or
least
just tweak them out or
there's
whatever
still,
one was.
at least there's still the chance.
Yeah.
Even though it's very minuscule, there's
Yeah.
a chance there. Whereas like this is literally like you not anything outside of these 10 legends. I feel like it should have maybe been buffed a little, maybe 15, 20 would have been a better cap. But I don't know. And then you at least would have had more room to play around with percentages of like what their rates are. Because if you would have kept it at 5%, but have moved it to like 20 legends, then you could argue, oh, we can make sugar 0.5 and then make a few of the legends 0.1, a few of them like, lower, higher. You have a lot more wiggle room to do that.
The real question is, are they ever going to do like 2 times red rates anymore?
That was one of the questions we got.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
my bad.
well, if I can find keep going, but if we can
All
find...
right, we'll just pull up that question now then.
Sorry,
Like, what?
Daniel OPTC asked, guys, do you think we get into 3 times legend rate on our 6th Annie with only having 10 legends? I do not think we're going to get those anymore. I
Absolutely
think we will. I do.
I think we're only going to get them if there's no 10 like limited pool.
They could increase it to like 20 or 30 and then have 3 times legend rate. That'd be fine.
If they do that, I don't mind at all. I think that's because it's still then if it's 3 times, it still technically equates to like 10, like like that wise.
Or just do how they did the Shanks Crew Sugo. Like if you get a guaranteed reds are like from the past 12 months or whatever, or from 2018 or whatever.
I just don't think we're gonna get a 10 legend limited pool Sugo that has a multiplier in terms of legend rate.
Nah, I doubt it. I mean, if they were going to do it, like 1.5 at the most. Like, I don't see them doing like a double legend rate with only 10 legends, each legend 1% chance each, just on any part. Like, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. That'd be like,
Hey, I wouldn't mind.
I mean,
Then again, if they did it with 20 legends, they could still do 0.5 per one.
Yeah, that makes
There's
sense.
just high chance to get a red.
That makes a lot more sense.
10% chance, yeah.
That works out.
All these numbers are just doing my head in.
Is the maths episode, man?
Science, bitch.
No, like, I just don't. It just won't happen. I feel like they've really Bandai, specifically for Treasure Cruise, does this thing where they jump, before they look down. Right? They don't look at. They don't. I swear, half the time they don't realize what they're doing until it's been done, and like there's really no return per se.
Yeah, it does feel like they need to test things out before they just fully implement them.
It just makes no sense, right? If you're going to limit and I think it does, you could look at it, the player base. We've been complaining about, oh, there's too many legends available. Why can I put 105 legend, and that's on us. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think this was the right solution.
There's also something else that I remember seeing something brought up where it was like, why would I pull in a debut banner when I could wait until another banner where there's limited time characters that release, like whether it be a treasure map or a limited rare group banner, and all the legends are going to be the same rate no matter what banner they're going to be on. It's just a matter of, I'll just pull when that character that I want is there.
But
I mean, at the same time as that, like there is the counter argument. It's like, you could wait literally 3 months, 4 months before that character returns on a banner. We don't know.
Like I guess you can't really use the case of Team Kizuna banner versus the Kid Hawkins banner. But if that's what it's going to be like, if like literally our next Sugo Fest, you're going to have Smoker and Sugar going to be boosted, why would I ever, if they're going to be boosted on TM, for example, why would I ever pull on their banner when I could just pull on the TM banner, do 3 multis, get a TM booster, and then have a chance to get them as well?
No, but the counter argument to that is that they'll be boosted part 3 of the TM.
Bruh.
But you won't get them on part 1. That's how they'll do it. They'll legit do that. I could see it.
It's like
Smoker boosted part 2, Sugar boosted part 3.
Bro, don't say that. I don't know. It's just a very convoluted situation that I feel like Bandai has, dug their hole now, and it's gonna be very hard for them to either climb out or or keep digging. Like it's.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is going to be how they're going to be dealing with massive celebrations with this. That's going to be the real interesting thing.
Because 6.5 Annie was before the 10 legend.
Correct.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was technically like the last kind of...
big celebratory Sugo Fest, yeah.
So what's the next one to come up? It'd be...
New Year's.
It'd be New Year's then.
Or Christmas if they do something. This technically was Christmas. I guess they...
This technically was Christmas. I guess they... They did. 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 would maybe do something on Christmas. Actually,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, but like it will be interesting. Obviously, we'll be able to. Hopefully, we have more information in the next coming weeks, and we
Yeah.
can talk about this a little further. But I think this is one of those situations. Like I think for like the metal shop, which we'll talk about a little bit after this. Like a lot of different elements that Bandai's really started to do new things with. That will just be like sit and watch, and we'll see where things go.
Bro, can we talk about the fact that Global had no content for like a week and a half?
That's standard though.
That shit sucks, man.
What do you mean? You don't think clearing the lottery island? What do you mean, dude? That's hard. No, we had the new story mode. Let's go.
No.
Ooh, let's go.
Let's go.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of free gems from that in the challenge modes
And
for
they
the
had-
old stories.
I had no idea the challenge mode's out, and I went and read the news again. They're like, yeah, challenge mode's out, like 27 gems. I'm like, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
We got
It's
gems.
kind of funny because I just use Kaido for all of them, and then
Oh,
the one at the very end is on Skypiea, and it's like they give you like normal attacks only at the start, and I didn't even realize till like halfway through. I was like, wait, I'm not doing any damage. Yeah,
Come on, dog.
they try and cheese it with Kaido, but like nope. But they're easy, so
Yeah.
It's still a thing with story mode that I really hate is the story mode characters are never good. Man, they got to make some good ass story characters.
Yeah, they are not worth how hard it is to get them.
Yeah, not worth.
No, for sure. Like it's story mode's just kind of it's there. It doesn't really do
It's for you
much.
to experience the One Piece story in all of its glory.
It's there because it has to be, which is not
Yeah,
a great
I think-
tagline.
Yeah, that's right.
It just literally has to be there.
It would have been cool if they did like because potentially they're going to catch up soon with story, and then they could do like offshoot stories, like custom ones where like the actual OPTC team develops their own story mode with like characters and stuff.
That's what
That'd be kinda cringe, to be honest.
Fortnite's were for.
Mm,
Fortnite's were that, but they stopped doing that as well. So
true. Because I mean, they had to make artwork for each of those characters. It's probably
exactly,
like
it's much effort.
yeah, it's just wasting too
That
many
doesn't make
resources.
money. We just make a V2 of a dual unit. That's gonna make money.
Mhm.
All right, I think we're.
I hate it here.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this last little topic here. I'm gonna make this a new segment for the podcast,
Oh shit. Okay.
where at the end of every month or towards the end, depending on how our podcast lines up, we'll give our predictions on what units will be available in the metal shop. For
Okay.
Global.
Ooh.
All right,
I need to see what ones we got out now. Actually,
let me get those up real quick. But
I know Kaido, Vivi Becca, Sabo Koala, V2 Katakuri Carrot,
all right, he just names them all. No worries.
Lucy.
All right,
V-
so we have
V2
Kaido,
Fiji.
Vivi Becca, Saba Koala, Luffy Law, or the point, all the 400 coin tier. Carrot, Katakuri, V2 Kata, sorry, Capone, and Brook are all at the 250 tier, and then Lucy and Fuji at the 150 tier. All right, so what do you guys think? At the
Ooh.
400 coin tier, 4 legends, who you got?
Halloween Ace.
Oh,
Chopper.
yep.
I can see them doing Whitebeard Marco for the
That wouldn't be
I don't know.
400.
Nah, that wouldn't
not for 400, for maybe 250.
250 I could see.
So I think Halloween Ace Chopper.
Maybe Shirahoshi Mancherry.
Don't they do not deserve.
I'm just saying because Vivi Rebecca are there.
Maybe
Yeah.
V2 Big Mom.
Maybe.
I could see V2 Big Mom.
Arlong Crew.
Oh my, no way. That's too
Maybe Sober
Oh,
Mask.
Little Chuck Shanks crew in there while you're at it.
Yeah, at the 150
I mean-
tier, please.
I mean, JP have Shanks crew out at the
yeah,
moment.
exactly.
Listen, how many times have you used Arlong Crew since that fucking Team Kizuna?
A handful of times.
Yeah, a few times actually.
All right.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. I'll come back. I'll come back.
all right. Let's
Maybe Legend Jack.
Oh, I'll say that's
Ooh.
250 tier actually.
Yeah, I would agree. But
All right,
Hell
let's set the 400s out. I reckon
Oh.
Halloween Ace and Chopper are definitely good shouts.
Bullet.
All right, let's say Bullet. One more we need.
Nami
Who's in
Robin.
there at the moment?
So at the moment we have Kaido, Vivi Becca, Sabo Koala.
Nami Robin's a good call.
Luffy
Alright.
Law at the moment as well.
V2 Nami possibly, or Kumurasai.
Yeah, because that's be 4 characters in 400 tier.
Yeah, I reckon Halloween, Ace, Chopper, Bullet, and then Nami Robin will be the 4.
I could see that.
Hey,
We'll set that in stone.
bro,
All right.
imagine if this happens exactly.
All right. And then at the 250 tier, we need 4 characters. Who we got?
Jack,
Cat Dog. I reckon Kuromasaki.
Oh no way! You reckon they're 250?
Kuromasaki
Yeah.
250, bro. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Bro, that's a
shit.
bargain.
I think it's been
Yeah.
time since she came out.
That is
too.
a fucking bargain.
Yeah, I think she's 250 for sure. So
I've
Carol-
never used her, so
Carol is bonkers.
Bro, you already know that the number 1 Ho and Wano ain't gonna be 250.
Bro,
Mm.
Cobb, let them know, Chief.
that's true.
You're about to be splashing 900 tokens. 900.
Right.
Hey, she gonna take all your medals.
Hey, I'm just saying I would have spent much more for Karen. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. All right.
Who else? So this is 250 tier. So this is gonna be like a little bit of older.
So definitely Jack. I reckon Jack for sure see an appearance in 250.
Maybe Cracker.
Yes, that's a really good shout, actually. Cracker. So
V2
Jack Cracker.
slashers.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, on GP, what if the Ray Shop skill books are for the Sugo shop?
Ooh.
So we have Snake Man and V2 Zora
There's
in
no
GPs.
way they're putting Snake Man in the shop.
Well, they put Shanks Crew, right?
There's no
Yeah,
way.
Shanks
Then the
Crew's
month
there
after.
for 400.
There's
Yeah,
no way.
could be.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Could be.
All right, but let's finish. We have 2 now. We have Jack. We have Cracker. We need 2 more.
We've already got Capone and Brooke at the moment. Damn, this is tough.
V2 slashers.
Could be, or Sanji Judge.
I don't think Sanji Judge deserves to happen. All right, let's put him in. Why not? Right? Let's say Jack, Cracker, Sanji Judge, and let's say V2 Mihawk. All the 250 tier.
Okay. And then we need 2 for 150. This is a little bit of a difficult one.
V2 Ray and V2 Korra.
No, they're not doing Rayleigh because his Super Evolution banner's coming out.
V1 Ray though, you could see as the one.
V1? I mean, considering his age, he should be worth less than 150, but considering how good he is,
He shouldn't be. He should be.
he honestly should be 250 tier. He's that good.
I did mean to say V1 Ray. I don't know if I said V2.
You did say V2, but it's all
Let's say,
good.
let's say Corazon. I reckon Corazon could definitely see.
Oh, that is such a freaking bargain. Holy shit.
Steal,
Let's
right?
go. Yeah, that's worth.
All right, let's say Corazon, and then we need one more.
I'm gonna say
Some voodoo legend. V1 Lucci. There you go.
no.
V1
That's
Fuji.
not even
V1
worth like 5.
No. I think it's gonna be
It's gonna
Judge.
be Log Luffy, aka the bargain to end all bargains.
Hey, let them know, Chief. It could be Log Luffy for sure.
Could be V2 Law.
Yeah, that's a good V1 Law would actually be a better.
V1 Law would be a good shout. Yeah, I like that.
Let's do that. All right. Halloween Ace, Chopper. What else? I've blanked. Halloween Ace, Chopper.
Oh, I thought you were writing it down.
I thought I was writing it
Nami,
down.
Robin, and Bullet.
So Hallow Ace, Chopper.
This is like we're filling out a lottery ticket. I wonder what we get if we're right.
A
then
crisp
we
high
had-
five.
What we get is if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, you better do it.
Hey, let one more time. So we had Jack, Cracker,
Cat Dog,
Cat Dog,
and V2 Mihawk, I think we said.
Hawk, and then we said Korra and V1 Law.
That's a pretty good list right there. A lot of good bargains there.
There's a couple steals there. I reckon Hallow Ace is worth the 400. Chopper's
Yeah.
worth the 400. Bull's worth the 400. Nami Robin's a bit, but maybe. Jack is definitely worth 250. Cracker's worth 250, and then the 150 is a 100% worth. So if we're correct, bro, you just let Ben and I know we said hi, man. And that's about it. All right, I think that
Goddamn.
wraps us up for the content of the episode today. So
Cool.
let us get into some viewer questions.
Questions.
As always, you can send us in viewer questions to our Twitter at GGP Podcast and our Instagram at GGP Podcast as well. Without further ado, also on our community tab on our YouTube, Good, Great, Perfect, right over there. Like Cobb said, hit that subscribe button, my friends. All right, NovaXRP _ asks, wanted to ask about how better to save my gems. I have an addiction to single pulls and can't stop. Every time I get 5 gems, I swipe straight to the tavern to pull story mode Vivi. Great support, by the way.
Clown, dude.
Yeah.
What a
I
clown.
wanted to ask the professionals here, does this make me a glue? All jokes aside, love the pod, guys. Thank you very much, Nova. Yeah, you are a glue muncher.
I'm sorry, dude, but just don't. I don't know how else to say it. Just don't.
How better to save your gems? Well, like we always mention, there are, or as I mentioned, but no one's picked up the term yet. There are things as that I call milestones. These are like generally the big Sugo Fest that like have the basically the meta breaking or the meta defining captain or character in general. So right now for global, our next one would be Luffy Sanji, and currently right now on JP it is Kaido and Big Mom. So like fortunately for global players, we get the chance to look at what characters are coming out, and we can then decide where we want to spend the gems. Essentially, you just have to do is don't. It's so dumb, but it's just don't spend the gems.
You just gotta have that. You gotta have that mindset of thinking like, oh, if I save my gems, like especially if you have enough gems to save for the guaranteed step on like, because like for our anniversary, which we think is gonna be Luffy Sanji at this point, they should be guaranteed our anniversary legend at 20 multis.
Hopefully, yeah.
Like if you can save 20 multis, you're guaranteed to get the best legend in the game. Like how can you not have that mindset and think, holy crap, that's amazing, right?
Especially looking at one gem multis now being a thing.
Yeah.
At Smoke and Sugo Fest, where they were guaranteed at 20 and there was only 784 gems. 784 gems is very savable from now until our anniversary. Very doable. If you just sit and like,
well, as long as you can clear all the GARP challenges and
exactly
stuff.
Right. But even just logging gems alone, right? You get like you can turn around maybe 200 gems a month from just logging in simple events and chopping.
True.
Right? So like from now until our anniversary, you can get about 600 to 800 gems minimum.
I feel like we should give a disclaimer that we're not the best at saving gems. Those of us here in this chat right now.
No, I reckon I'm pretty. I reckon I hold my hand up. I'm very good at saving gems.
That's good. I wish I could say the same.
I'm like, it's just, it is genuinely just a mentality thing of being like, if no, just the fact that he's like, if he was saying like, oh, whenever I have 30 gems to do a multi, I do that, like 30 gem multi.
Yeah, I don't get the mindset of that. Like, what are you going for there? Like,
that's what I do pretty much.
I don't get it. Like, what's the big thing about doing that single pull and hoping you get like a god tier character out of it? If you literally save the gems, you're guaranteed to get.
I just do discounts pretty often.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't like see, even that to me is stupid. Like, what's the point of just doing a discount and praying, right? You might as well just save those.
That's basically it.
Well, look, if you're a player that likes to spend money, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But yeah, if you are one of those players that doesn't spend a lot or are free to play, you need to do it. Really, it's the way it is. It's the way gachas work, man.
At the very least, at least you're pulling story mode VV. That's a good unit.
Let's go, dude.
The only person licensed to do singles, that's about it. Everyone else,
who'd you say? Rioan?
Rioan, probably.
Everyone else is banned. You can't do it.
I agree.
The only person allowed to do ticket pulls is Knight as well. Everyone else,
dude, I gotta pass in my account to do my tickets, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
crazy.
This man pulled it out.
Guaranteed to get the newest legend, man.
All right, well, hopefully that helped you. And Pablo Lorag asks, are we ever going to get new cost-restricted content on Global? I've been keeping some 5-star legends for a while now, and they seem pretty useless, TBH.
Just keep them.
Just keep them. Like,
you never know when you need them.
Box space is pretty abundant these days. There's no
unless if you're like desperate for ray points.
I mean, at what point are you desperate for ray? I guess
I
now scrolls. But if you're trying to scrounge up 50,000 ray points to a ticket pool, you're also a glue eater.
Unless of like, you know, because I know some people that I've seen are getting really unlucky with their skull drops on ambushes. So if you want to get a skull to super evolve someone,
as well,
like V2 Rayleigh coming out.
For sure, I agree. I think it's fine as well. But then again, like, you can clear like most raids with 1 or 2 Kaidos as captain, and then I'm fairly sure you can clear Shanks, you can clear Cavendish, you can clear young Whitebeard invasions all with Kaido on auto. I'm fairly certain because that's what I did for a bit. So like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, you can just simply auto clear and just have Skull farm, but it's still like Skull's okay to buy. But if you're spending your raid points on tickets, you're good.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
Cost restricted content though, I don't know. I don't think cost restricted content really did much for the game though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you guys think
I doubt we'll get cost restricted content that much anymore, to be honest. And
I'm glad.
even if they did do it, like when they had it when the Stampede raid stuff came back, and they're like, oh yeah, you can use cost restricted units, but like you can't use legends.
I think that's what they'll do.
Yeah, so it probably doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, like you never know. What if that character gets a super evolution and it's like a side grade, so you want to have a dupe so you can get it?
I mean, if it's a dual unit, just sell them. They won't get any. They won't get too much.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
For the
but
record, I do spend my rare points on tickets just because I feel like
I'm just saying, like if you're free to play or like you don't spend a lot, yeah.
If you're scrounging up, what I mean is like if you have like 30,000 raid points and you're scrounging up that extra 20k just do a red ticket, put a hope to get something new, that's dumb. That's literally stupid.
You should see how many like rare recruits are just rotting in my box. If you're like that, then you can spend them as you want.
I don't bother saving rare recruits anymore. They just go straight to Ray Shop and like whatever.
Yeah,
it's just because I'm too lazy because I have so many.
Yeah, that's a hoarding issue, man. You need to get that sort of ASAP.
No, it's not because I want to keep them. I'm just lazy. I mean, I guess you can say that hoarding was because of that. So,
all right,
but
Lil Bobo.
I would say it's worth it.
Hit it. What are you saying worth it?
I'd say it's worth it to save up your rate, to scrounge up those rate points if you need 20,000 more to get a cookie. To get a cookie.
Oh god, what is this man on? This guy.
This guy's telling you to take a guy's the devil. You know, in the garden.
To get a cookie.
Bro, you know, the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve. Think of it as Nick and Yoshi, right? Knight comes up to them with the forbidden fruit. It's actually a ticket and says, "Thanks to the legend, homie." Like, that's all that ever. Like, Knight steals those legends, bro. Yeah, don't listen to this guy. Don't waste your raid points on tickets unless you have over 1 million or like I don't know. You're a good
amount.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
At Lil Bobo 2626 asks, even though V2 Man Sherry is so busted in V2 Becca to an extent, would you give their Sugo up for a legend Kuma Sugo without knowing what Kuma does?
Wait, did he say that they're busted or busty?
I mean, bit of both.
Yes, sir.
Oh no.
But yes, definitely legend Kuma for sure.
Without knowing what he does, though, you just
yeah.
Right.
I mean, if it's released in this era, then he's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd rather have like a new legend than like a repeat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If he's like V3 Ray, I wouldn't want him.
Oh no! Oh no!
Shout out V3 Ray, the worst legend.
Why'd they do my boy like that? I'm still upset. I'm so mad.
V3 Ray, the worst of the new era.
Yes.
Yes.
He is the worst.
He's so bad.
Hey man, what if he gets 6+ though?
Oh yeah, sure.
He's a dual unit.
He becomes a dual unit. Versus, hold on. Brains rolling here. All right. There you go. I think it's pretty consensus. We're all on that Kuma hype train. Not even hype train. We're a legend Kuma or a new legend at some point. All right. At Callan Vonage asks, to what extent do you guys think it's important for Bandai, specifically the OPT side of things, to reach out to their community or hear us out when it comes to new legends, new content in general? Do you think it's okay if they don't mind their community's interest?
So they're saying like community input to content development.
Yeah, it should matter a lot more in content development.
No, because people's ideas are pretty lame a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Nick put it best. We are very good at finding all the problems, but we are very bad at coming up with actual solutions.
Yeah, I think it should probably stay that way. Identify problems, and then that'll get delivered to them, and then
they get paid to do it. Come up with the actual.
Yeah, that's their job. That's true.
So,
I think that they should just like keep doing the little questionnaires on like how on how we like the content and stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's good. Yeah.
I do like those.
And not even just after major events. Like I reckon after like every like couple months at least, they should just do it. What do you guys think about the last like 2 or 3 months of content? I like this, then you can give your opinion a little bit.
I guess community feedback for upcoming content would be like those legend polls that we have. Like those are really cool. They should do them, at least a couple times a year. which we have. We've had,
Agreed.
you know.
And we do need to receive them faster though, because what was it, like 6 months before we got
Yeah,
Union? I think?
it all depends because like the smoker and sugar one didn't take long.
No,
That
no,
poll was
no.
this
No.
year.
That's true.
The polls this
True.
year, and we also got, and Global also got them this year too. So like
Yeah, true.
that turnaround's kind of fast in that.
Yeah, it did not take long at all. So yeah,
I think with like specific content, if this person means raid colos, I think we don't know what the hell we're talking about there. Like I think what they release is fine in terms of that kind of content. It's
and then we get V2 dual units, so that's all been
you
good.
know what? Man, I don't know shit. No, I think
For the most part, they do
Yeah.
a good job.
yeah, exactly. There's a few iffy parts. We move. All right, from @QMaz246 asks, at what point do you reset your Kisner box 7? Is there general advice to somebody who isn't currently holding 100 plus of each tablet? Well, my friend, let me
It's them.
introduce you into this is the generic one, the generic box reset tablet method coined by, I believe it was Fate of Muffins on Reddit. I might be wrong there, but I'll give him the shout out anyway because he does good on the subreddit anyway. But this was also further explained to me by Leilu, former great. So the way that it works is you have to look at how many total tablets there are, divide that by the amount of items that are on the box. So in our situation, there was 39 total tablets, and then there was 1,500 items in the box. So our magic number is 0.026. Let's say you do a 10 pull, right? And you get no tablets. Now you do 39 divided by 1490. So now that number's gone up. So now it's 0.02617, you know, a little bit higher than what it was before. With that number going up, it means that there's a high chance for you to actually pull a tablet in your next pull. If that number at any point goes below the magic number, so in this case being 0.026, you reset the box, because that means that the chances of you pulling a tablet now is less than what it is at the very beginning of a fresh box. So it means it's worse in general. And that's the most optimal way to do it. Otherwise, you can just do it in the sense of like, I'm missing a lot of slot bind tablets, so I'm going to reset whenever I get 2 or 3 slot bind tablet. In that
Yeah, that's how I did it, because I was only going for slot bind. So it's basically like that same formula, but just for slot bind. And yeah, because like obviously there's 3 of that specific tablet, 1,500 items. If I got 1 in the first 500, I'd reset.
Yeah.
And just keep going until that ratio is off. But then, like, obviously when you're doing that just for 1 tablet, you're still getting a bunch of other tablets alongside of that. So it does depend on what you're going for. But the vast majority of things, if you don't have a lot of tablets, then yeah, the method that Papi said is the best way.
Tablet method. Do that. There you go. We're really out with the mathematics.
Quick maths, yeah.
With the maths.
That's the title of the episode. It's just maths. Yeah, that's it.
All right, from Ushered94. Hi.
You lost me when you started talking maths.
Hi. So most of the players are waiting for the new year Sugo Fest. Yep, same here. Last year, it was one of the best Sugo Fests, but now we have new Sugo steps like 1-gem multis and limited pool legends. So how do you think will be the new year Sugo, or what do you expect from Bandai to call it a worthy Sugo? P.S. You guys are amazing. You're amazing too, Usher.
Thanks, man.
No, you're beautiful.
You're breathtaking.
What do you think they have to do though to like not even just like New Year's, for example,
To make the Sugo good, like the steps.
to make it like comparable to, let's say, like the Shanks crew, like the French Annie or the ST banners. Like, what do you think Bandai has to do now with the addition of limited pool as well as 1-gem multi?
I have no idea. it's gonna have to be a really good freaking Sugo, that's for sure.
The structure of Smoker Sugar is actually really good in terms of like if you're going for the guaranteed unit. Like the amount of gems you need to spend is actually a good amount.
But I think what they should do is like, so I guess sort of similar to this to Smoker Sugar Sugar, but maybe like more guaranteed steps, and maybe make some of the reds like half of the pool, so there's only 5 pullable legends from it or something on certain steps.
Maybe you could have you could do that, but have like the 10 pool and then split it to 5 pool and have it like a super limited one where like,
or as we said before, it could just be like make it 20 pullable legends, double legend rate, something like that.
It's
Hard
gonna
to
be
say.
it's gonna be interesting. But I think 1 gem multis is a blessing now because it literally just cuts out so many gems like from the thick of it in terms of like going deep for a unit.
Mhm.
You save a lot in the long run, especially like looking at JP, where every 4th multi was a 1 gem multi and the units were guaranteed 30th. You know, save a lot there with 7 multis being 1 gem multis. Instead of spending 350 gems, you're spending 7.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a lot of saved gems in that sense. But like we mentioned earlier in the cast, there's a very big toss up between where the value lies in terms of what legends are good and what legends can be chosen and the structures and stuff. But alas, we will see. News is coming up close, so hopefully it's quite banging.
Did they say whether this one is going to be 10 legends only?
I think it's
Sugar?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
I
nice.
think it's assumed that from now on every Sugo will be 10 legends. Unless
That's actually
stated
kind of
otherwise.
crazy. I'm not going to lie. I actually like that a lot.
Really sure. I think they mentioned in the Kizuna, like in the news thing, they were like, from this Sugo onwards, every banner will be 10 legends.
You'll already know that when they drop a V2 carrot, man, Joba's gonna go in.
Oh,
He's gonna get them
man.
on.
That day's going to break me.
And then he's going to pull a lot of V3 Kuzans.
Oh, please, man.
Did you know they're gonna raid boost him too as well, just because it's Joba?
Dude, I still get like
Alright, from,
PTSD over that day.
Yeah, from that, you see an extended poster, you just get scared. There's
Ugh.
gonna be a V2 Kuzan.
I can't believe they did that. Like, I don't know why they ever decided to make
Taboo!
like.
Taboo!
Uh,
We can't. We've already had our cry about cat.
well, no, I'm talking about
It's the same
the
thing
whole like extended posters not being the new legend.
Oh
They
yeah.
don't know how to do anything about it with extended poster.
Even
Keep-
currently, like the extended posters are weird.
My kids, like when I put
It's,
him
like,
on
so
the
random.
Sugar Fest, extended, but then I remember Tower Corner said his wasn't, and then somebody said theirs was, and something, like it was just very up in the air in terms of if it was.
All of my like debut ones that I've pulled thus far have all been extended, but people keep saying that they're not. So
And I've seen videos and stuff of them not being as well, which is just
When,
like
when he was released, he wasn't extended.
exactly. So like it's very like
So
it's broke.
weird.
It's still broke. It's such a stupid idea, but all right.
They did have that glitch. I forget what event it was, where the tickets could be legends and they were just golds. You know what I mean? Like it was a gold poster and then it was a legend that came out.
Yeah.
Well, that was like the Kizuna clash that we just had,
Yeah,
where they the posters were all
those like
gold,
free posters.
but
Yeah.
you could get legends out of them. Yeah.
All right. Nigel Baker asks, I'm missing a vast majority of legends. That's sucks, man.
That's it. That's a question.
Yeah. As a free to play, I save on my gem all the Sugar Fest. I feel like the best for me. See, take a note out of this guy's book. He understands, right? But my luck is trash. All right, never mind. And I'm very.
We've all been there.
We all have. My question is, considering the current metal shop, would some of the same characters there appear again soon? Because I don't really want to wait another year to finally get that unit that I want / need from the shop. I don't know. It's really interesting to see how they decide to do the turnaround times
I'd like
on.
to see
Yeah,
Metal Shop
it's too
rotate
early to
more,
say.
like more frequently.
Yeah, like every 2 weeks or something like that. But then again, I guess because like the major Sugo happens at the end of every month, so that gives them players the time to build up the medals there. But no, I think maybe if they rotated at least like one legend in each category every like 2 weeks, at least a little bit more frequently, I totally agree. It'd be a lot better. But I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious that legends that previously appeared will appear again in the metal shop. As to when though, I don't think anyone really no one knows, obviously, but I think a safe assumption would be like 6 months would be my guess. Or at least 6 rotations. But
As
who
long
knows?
as the characters in the Sugo shop are not characters that are on the banner.
Correct.
Yeah, because then you don't want that overlap.
Because that's just a useless overlap at that point. It makes them redundant.
Yeah.
It's still too early to
irritated at all,
say.
so.
Honestly, like all we can do is speculate right now.
I think we can assume that characters will reappear. We just can't really assume the time frame of that occurring.
Actually, we're still in the first cycle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's why we did the
so
predictions for December.
I don't know. And there's nothing to say that they won't. Instead of removing those characters, they could always just add characters. Like they could also just expand like how many are on there.
I mean, I could see that being the case, but at the same time, I feel like that would fill
would
up
be
the shop a
pretty-
bit.
It would be like too good for us, which is not a bad thing for us. But they wouldn't do that.
Because then you'd have 8. I mean, inherently, you'd have 8 like really good units all available at the same time, and then like Todd was saying, that would technically mean, or hopefully, that would mean that those 8 units wouldn't appear in any Sugo Fest for that month. So maybe it's a tell now that when the unit is in the shop, they won't appear in the Sugo Fest for that month or whatever. Or in any Sugo.
That might be like, yeah, you might be onto something with that.
That's what it should be.
I mean, it should, but we don't know exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the annoying part. Is like all these things are still so brand new that it's like it's a matter of just wait and see. But I think just keep saving for those big Sugo Fests. Hopefully your luck turns around there. But no, I think metal shops are very like it's a random lucky dip at the moment in terms of what it could be.
And don't be
Didn't
like
they
tempted to
initially
spend your
say-
gems.
Just to get medals.
Yeah.
Sure.
What were you saying, Knight?
I was just gonna say, didn't they initially say, like when we first got it, that they were gonna be changing each month?
Yes.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
just don't-
Ah,
we just
okay.
don't-
30th
That's
of
fair.
November.
Yeah. So that's what we did, like the predictions for next month. Pretty
By the
much.
time
Mhm.
this podcast
They-
goes out, we should have the new list.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They could also like expand it though. Like there's nothing to say that they can't increase the number that we have on
I
there.
mean, and
that's true.
they've also mentioned items as well, which we haven't seen yet. So
Mhm.
like, there's
Mm.
a lot of things they could add to the shop, or they could change. Maybe next month it's just going to be items, legends.
Yeah,
you know,
if we're trading metals, which are pretty
Dude.
precious, like for items, they better be like pretty valuable, like stamina refill items or
Maybe, like,
something. Maybe.
Little break packs or something like that, man. Like, or maybe even like medals for gems. Like, let me reimbursement on my medals. Like,
That'd be pretty crazy.
I don't know. It's like we said, it's very up in the air. We literally clue what's going to happen,
Cola.
where it's going to go. But it'll be interesting when it
Cola.
Cola.
Ooh.
6+ ships, guys. 6+ ships. They're
How many?
coming.
What do you
Ooh.
think would be a fair exchange? Like, how many pulls do you need to do in order to get one cola? 10, like 3
At
multis? 3 multis for 1
At
cola?
least-
one token for 10 cola.
One token for
Oh,
one.
you guys are
cola.
being reasonable.
Cola's hard to come by, man.
Yeah, and it's valuable too.
You get plenty of cola from the Kizuna exchange.
You get too much fucking cola. Too many
Cola.
goddamn berries, too.
Yeah.
All right, final question.
Oh shit.
I only ever use like the hoe ship anyway, so I don't even know why I need cola ever.
That's cap.
Like-
You-
What are you talking about? There's plenty of
That's
good
bad.
ships.
You definitely-
Also, we should be getting the new ship on
I'm
global
all about
soon.
my hoe.
The X Drake ship.
the X who Drake.
The
shit's
liberal
spicy.
hind, you mean?
Yes, sir. That ship is
Let's
so
go.
good. The liberal hind. What a crap name, dude.
Yeah, I got your liberal hind right here.
Imagine being X Drake and calling your ship that. Could not be me.
I'm just gonna
Imagine
try.
being
Imagine being X Drake. Yeah, it could not be any of us. The guy's a dinosaur, man.
You know what I was thinking about X Drake? You know how he has like cuts on his chin in the shape of an X? Do you think his name is based off his scars, or his scars were cut because of his name?
Yeah, no, he's like Luffy. He's like, nah, my name's X Drake, so I'm gonna have to cut out my chin.
Didn't he get the scars from the birdcage when he was a kid on that island?
Oh, now we're getting into
When in Law's flashback, because he was
Oh,
on
we
the
gotta
same
go
island
find
where
it.
Corazon died. Or am I tripping? I
Ooh.
don't know.
We need like a goon. We need like someone to be part of the team that doesn't participate but goes and like finds information for us on the fly. You know?
We need like
an intern for Good Grade Perfect Industries.
Yeah.
yo, who's that? Who's
Yeah,
that
we
dude
need
from
an
Kim
intern.
Possible? The
Unpaid.
guy in the chair. What's his name?
Draken.
Is that his name?
Oh no, that's the main bad guy.
No. Like the
Oh Wade.
Wade, that's it. There it is, Wade.
is it? Okay, yeah. We need someone like him.
All right, if you want to be our Wade, send your resumes
Yeah,
into
Spider-Man reference.
send your resumes into goodgradeperfect@gmail.com and we'll have a look. But all right, final question. Mario asks, why do we
We
never
can pay you in shoutouts.
why do we yeah, we can pay with Shaz. Why do we never get Neo Colosseums anymore? What could be the reason
bad.
they don't have them anymore? And what can
Because
they
that's
do to
awful.
improve it?
Bad to do.
Because Yoshi's realized how bad content they are.
Because Neo content is dumb, because if it doesn't change the unit drastically, then it's useless.
The only one that's useful is Neptune.
Correct.
And Garp.
Bro, are you serious?
Silence. Just crickets.
These motherfuckers is dumb.
Actually, isn't the Moria okay? Because you can run the support of the freaking what's his face, the ores, and then he removes
Ores?
barriers. Yeah, like that's actually not terrible, but Neptune's the best.
Defending these Neo units, bro. You're trying to
Hey,
get
I'm just saying
I
they're
don't
not
know.
all
The
bad.
global ones are nice, man. I named all of them.
Do you guys
Shout out to the trivia.
Do you guys remember
Yes,
that
sir.
when we got the very first Neo raid? I think it was Doflamingo on global.
Mihawk.
Mihawk.
Yeah,
One of the
Mihawk
two.
exclusive.
I still want to say I think it was the Doflamingo one where like V1 Whitebeard 6+, like he was like the first 6+, and it was the one time ever that he would be useful. You remember that?
That
was
was the
crazy.
Bellamy one.
Was it the Bellamy? I know there was one where it's like I actually didn't even have him yet. I was like, man, I wish I had V1 Whitebeard. He's so good.
That's still weird that
Crazy
Neo
there was a time like
Mihawk.
that.
It's still weird that Neo Mihawk is free spirit though.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know.
And
Neo
did-
sucks.
Were you guys like little tryhards, like you farmed 2 different copies with different sockets just in
No.
case?
Oh,
I did.
I did,
there
too.
you go. This guy.
I did too, and it was a lot of fucking farming.
We're not Rye. We're
I
not
did it when I was
Lei.
on vacation too.
Look at
I was visiting
We're not
family and I was still
Boruto.
farming that shit.
Look at these sweat Boruto. That man, that's an old ass man. All right, look at these sweat lord. Knight's a sweat lord. That's on God. He plays.
What?
You play 2 versions of the game, bro. You rank higher than
Yeah,
everyone.
Knights of Sweat, dude.
Sweat as a sweat.
Whoa, chill out, man. I'm in the cooler right
Getting
now.
roasted out
Sweat lords also eat cookies, my guy. So that's all you sweat lord.
Do you remember
I'm
how
in
you
the
had to,
cookie dough
time?
right now.
you remember how you had to
Was
like
that
pick like a 30 you had to pick like a 30-minute segment like of when you could run the raid? I could-
Oh,
like I said,
yeah, those are
yeah,
so
I was on
bad,
I was
dude.
on
The
vacation,
Oh, yeah, that
and
was
so I had
time
to kind of
restricted content was the worst.
I had to pick those like around like when I could do it and not miss out on vacation stuff, like when everyone was asleep or
Like
whatever.
the cotton candy ones were the worst. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, because cotton candy ones are the ones you did not want to miss.
Yeah, or the Tome Islands, which was super rare.
Cotton candy was so rare back then. Oh
Yep.
shit! I need to maximize my. I need to run like 1 minute per that.
But like,
Oh,
yeah, even like they did like Neo's content back in the day used to do that as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was-
Timed?
Yeah, that's what I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, that was
Neo
terrible.
Mihawk.
What a
think the
terrible
only-
idea.
I think a good like not. It wasn't good, but the Zero Stam Kinemon, the Neo Kinemon.
Yeah, the Neo Colosseums had 0 stems. Yeah, or some of them did.
That
Yeah,
stuff was a good. It was a cool idea because at least it was a piece of difficult content. It was cost restricted too, which plays privy to the other question.
it
as
was
well.
difficult, but the rewards were really freaking good.
Yes. So like,
Yeah.
I feel like if they were to like bring back Neo content, they need to do that as well.
Wasn't it like you could clear it 3 times and each time gave you like 10 gems and a bunch of other shit? So
And
I
then
Cotton
remember
candy and all that. Yeah,
there was actually this was the one time because I had to use a zombie team to beat that shit, which
Mhm.
took like it took like 10 minutes or whatever, and I kept putting it off because it was such a pain in the ass. I had like 1 run left to go, and it was like a Saturday night or some bullshit. I had like my cousins were over, we were playing Super Smash Brothers, and it was the first time that I ever said, "Man, fuck 10 gems. It's not worth like giving
Damn,
up like
it'd be
fun
like
times
that.
and shit." You know what I mean?
That's it, man.
It's just 10 gems, man. That's
Wow.
like
Good job.
I know.
You beat
Anyway.
the system.
He
I
did
am.
it, guys. He's out. He's clean.
You just got to keep it real.
Like Neo waking up in the goo, bro.
Hey, man, you all want to wake up for turtle time? Back in
Old
the day.
No, I never went that far. I guess I started OPTC like a year into it, so I never was in dire need of turtles.
That's the days, man. All right. That's about it, gentlemen. Another episode of Good, Great, Perfect. Episode 32. Holy moly, we're making headway now. We're getting towards the end of the year. We don't know what's going to be happening in terms of extras and we have an idea for our final episode of the year, but we'll see where things
We
lead
do?
us. I do, and we've talked
Wait, we
about
do?
it. We do.
Oh, apparently, I don't remember.
No
Oh, wait.
one listens. No, I'm joking.
Sorry, actually, I legit don't
You're like,
remember.
no one listens. It's like you don't
I
talk
also
to
don't
us.
remember.
Hey, read the chat, Dill. Don't even get me. Anyway, episode 32 is happening. Once again, thank you guys for listening. If you want to watch us on YouTube, you can find us Good, Great, Perfect there. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, notification bell ticked, and hit that like button as well. It helps us out a great deal. If you want to follow us on the audio-only versions, like I mentioned this in a tweet earlier, shout out to the Anchor fam. 10,000 plays over on Anchor and all associated websites there. So we do appreciate all you audio-only listeners. You guys have been very, very consistent.
10,000 plays like since the first episode.
Total.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so they've been
That's
killing
crazy.
it over on the audio very consistently there. You can find us on anchor.fm/Good Great Perfect. We are on a bunch of audio-only platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all that good stuff there. If you want to follow us on our social medias, you can find us on Twitter at GGP Podcast. You can find us on Instagram as well at GGP Podcast as well, which is for more of the behind the scenes. Twitter for more of the announcements and such as on that. Down below in the description, you can find all of the co-hosts and my social media links. So make sure you follow us all down there: YouTube's, Twitters, Twitches, all that fun stuff. Without further ado, gentlemen, I've been Captain Papi, Cobb, Dill, Knight, Joba, Todd. Thank you all for listening to another episode of Good Perfect, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Goodbye.
Peace.